30 minutes of friends talk about everything that matters to women. Welcome to the lounge.
So for me to go shopping is very challenging. And once I'm in the store, the most difficult thing is trying to choose the correct size that you want to try. And this is what's really frustrating in the process, is because sometimes if you're really lazy, you don't want to go to the fitting room, so you end up, let's say, imagining yourself like, I think this size is good for me, and then end up buying something wrong. So when it comes into going to the fitting room and choosing different kind of sizes, like, what do you actually do normally?
I usually go into the store knowing what I want already, like screenshots of the item codes. I just pick them up, and I do take more than one size because I don't like anyone helping me. I don't want to wait, and I want it to be like 3 minutes in and out, honestly. So, for example, if I'm doing blazer, I always have an X small, a small, sometimes a medium, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Same thing with jeans, and I'm honestly in and out. Like, I can't do it. I can't be in the store for too long.
I feel the same way, honestly, because to me, as soon as I get in the store, I'm just here trying to grab the stuff and leave. Like, I really don't check them out. Like, I really don't get into the fitting room. Sometimes they would ask me, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want me to check your size? I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I just literally take the clothes. And sometimes I would actually wear them in the fitting room and leave right away.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
Like,
I just like pay for it and I'm like, I'm gone. That's it.
Bye.
So it's a really difficult situation for me to actually get into the fitting room unless I really intend to wear it at the same time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a hassle.
Agree.
It's a hassle.
Honestly, like, sometimes I just make the size work. If it's too big, we'll call it oversized. If it's too tiny, you know what, just to have something to wear to work, I got to the point where I don't even care. As long as it kind of works, you know, it's kind of acceptable, we're good. But Hiba, there's a few tricks we can do to make sure that we have the right sizes and be in and out of the store right away.
Like, talking about that, like, certain stores, they had their own initials when it comes into, let's say, trying to, let's say, educate people about, like, this, for instance, it's a triangle body shape, or it's a circle rounded shape. And so to me, it never works. Like, I never look at these labels. But what happens with me is I always choose a bigger size than what I always normally wear. So let's say if I'm a large person, I would immediately purchase anything with X large, and vice versa, of course, when it comes into these kind of, let's say, measurements. It's because I'm too lazy to go to the fitting room. And I mean, going to the shopping mall is also frustrating because every time, I don't know why, but every time I enter the mall, I immediately feel sleepy.
Me too.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like, you know what, I just want to go home. If I'm not going to a playing area, entering a mall, going to a store, I would immediately doze off. So what I do is I start to run fast. I grab a blazer, grab a pant, grab a t-shirt, and that's it. It's always an X large, and that's it for me.
Call it a day.
Yeah,
definitely. For me, it's a mission, to be honest. I don't have the sleepy part yet in me, but it's a mission. So I'm walking really fast. I'm going from A to B. Like, I'm not in there for too long. But yeah, sizes can be annoying. But the worst thing ever is sometimes I decide, let me not try this on. It's gonna work. I get home and it's a disaster. And then you need to make another trip to the store. So honestly, like I always tell my friends, a minute in the fitting room is not gonna be too long. So last time I actually had my friend with me, and she was just shocked at how fast I'm changing the clothes, trying everything on. And I told her, it's literally to see if they fit. It's not even to see if I like it, if the outfit will work, or to think or anything. So yeah, I feel like it's doable.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think it's a very difficult situation, honestly, for me to really, like you said, get in the mall, get your stuff done. I just literally get into the store. I know exactly where I'm going. So I'm going to like 3-4 stores and getting the stuff. And most of the times I find it very difficult to find the stuff that I want, because once you're looking for something, it's not there. But once you're not looking, suddenly it's all over the place. It's insane.
I mean, this is a thing that I faced recently about a very, let's say, getting back to school and preparing all of these stuff, is when I was going around, I saw some dresses and shoes, and I was like, you know what, I'm not buying them now for my daughter. I'm gonna find them soon again. And recently I was looking all over the place for that shoe, and it was not there. And the reason why is because you want it now, that shoes. And once you don't want it, it's always there.
Always there.
I mean, it's very difficult and challenging, but yeah, I think it's something that we always face. The most important thing is to give yourself that kind of energetic environment to go and enjoy the time, and at the same time, always try to buy the right size. Having that said, how about we take this quick break?
When it comes to shoes, knowing our size can be the most annoying thing in the store, but also it could fit and be uncomfortable. So a lot of people would actually walk around the store. Honestly, my friend Noor is the worst person to go shopping with. And if she's trying on shoes, she's in there for an hour, jumping in them, walking in them, running in them. By the time she's done, if she doesn't buy it to damage the piece, honestly, I am the complete opposite. If it fits, great, I'm out. I got the shoes because I don't believe all shoes need to be comfortable. So how do you ladies deal with that?
Well, to be honest, the most important thing for me, if let's say it's a sandal, then I would make sure that my feet actually fit in. Like it's not, let's say, like sometimes when you wear a slipper, you know the gap in the ending of your feet itself. You don't want it to be wide. You don't want it to be very narrow. So you want it in a normal way. So this is what I look when it comes into sandals and slippers. But when it comes into any kind of different shoes, I always know my size. Like it's either a 40 or 41. And the most difficult thing is when you wear 40, you feel it's a little bit tight, and then when you wear 41, it's loose.
Yeah,
you need the
and
half
then
size.
I discovered there is a 40 and half,
Took you a while,
which is something I didn't know about, to be honest. So having that said, I started to realize that. But to be honest, Rita and Iman, it was very difficult for me because sometimes you do purchase things online. They're not here in Kuwait, they're abroad.
I don't like it.
So you're like, you know what? I like the piece, but I'm not really sure. Am I 40 and a half or 41? So I end up always buying something, let's say 40 and a half, just in case.
Just in the middle.
It's a very difficult thing to find the shoe size for me. I always find it very difficult, especially when I have this one store in my head, and I just get in there and it's not there. So if I do actually end up finding it online, that's an impossible thing for me to purchase. I don't know why, because I always have a problem of purchasing like shoes online, and then I get them in a different size, and it's the worst case scenario for me. Most of the times I find it very difficult to like wear something, and at the end of the day, it's like it's very tight. I can't, and it's uncomfortable for me. So I have to really actually walk around with it. And I have to see how it looks like on the clothes that I wear. So before I actually head up to purchase something, I'm always wearing the clothes that I need to be wearing for the same, like the right shoes. So like I have to see if it's actually working out for me or not.
I love that she's in the store prepared for everything. Well, because I'm obsessed with shoes, honestly, and it's my most purchased item. With heels, I usually go half a size up. I don't care if you can tell if it's big or anything, but I am not going to be caught wearing pumps that are cutting off blood circulation anymore, you know? So I've kind of figured out that trick. Also, different brands have different sizing. Like, you know, in this brand, I need to go one full size up, and then I'll add the half to it. Right? Other brands, it fits just right. Different styles. But also, if you're ordering online, something you can do is, let's say you're getting a heel in a color that's not available in Kuwait, go to the brand, try on the same style of shoe, and then like that, you'll know what size to get. Also, if they have free returns, you could buy both sizes and just, you know, return the one you're not using. So there's different ways you can kind of avoid the different sizing. And also, ladies, there's brands that, you know, no matter how much you walk in it, try it on in the store, it's uncomfortable. Just like steer away.
Definitely.
Totally. I mean, one of the difficult things is when it comes into purchasing, like say for instance my size, I always go to the store and they'd be like, you know what, the stock for this size is not that much. So for instance, 4 or 5 ladies could actually purchase, and then I'm the 6th one, then like it's out of stock. While different, let's say smaller sizes are actually provided there in the store due to the higher demand for it. One of the things that I faced recently is purchasing for my daughter's school shoes. I mean, it's so frustrating because in this store, Maria's size is 33, and she's like so happy about it. She doesn't like it to be very, let's say, fit. She wants it a little bit loose to feel like, you know what, that the shoes is not being, let's say, tight to her feet. And then I have Talia, the one who doesn't care, as long as she's wearing something. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to really make sure that it fits. And then I go to another store, and it's completely different. Like Maria starts to wear 31 in the store. Talia starts to wear 30, 29, and I'm like so confused, like this is so difficult because you're dealing with your daughters and you have to let them walk.
Yeah.
You want to see, is the shoes comfortable, is it going to come out?
Definitely.
She's gonna run,
You
she's
are
gonna
reminding
flip,
me of
she's
my
gonna do
childhood
this.
traumas. This is like childhood traumas. Honestly, I don't know, Iman, if you've been through that too.
think
But
I've been
you
there.
know, the pre-back to school shopping was
Yeah.
always a disaster. I just remember it would be midnight. We're sleepy. I cannot do it anymore. Honestly, I'm so glad it's not in my life anymore.
Exactly.
But ladies, let's take a when it comes to shopping, there's a full art to it, to be honest, but also there's a lot of etiquette when it comes to shopping. Like, for example, there's different stores where a lot of women actually grab a lot of pieces, go into the fitting room and end up not like hanging them up again or taking care of what the fitting room looks like after. And in those specific stores, whenever I'm walking in with like 10 or 20 pieces, the employee will always be like, please bring the pieces you don't want out, because I would be walking into the fitting rooms and they would look like disasters. Clothes on the floor, one leg in, one leg out with the pants. And honestly, it's sad. I don't like seeing that. And there's more than 30 fitting rooms, so I don't know how much the employees are able to do. They're running around an insane amount of clothing on the counter that they're trying to put together again and hang and steam and have them displayed in the store again. So I personally always make sure, no matter how busy I am, that I have a few minutes just to like hang everything up, take them out with me. If I need help, I'll go back twice to the fitting room to get everything out, just as a courtesy to anyone working there. Do you have the same experience, or let's say if you're a bit too busy or in a rush, you would just have to leave the stuff?
Well, to be honest, I'm always never busy or in a rush to return things. I don't know if it's something good or it's an issue, but me and my cousin, every time we go into the fitting room, we don't like to leave the room, let's say, messy. And we don't like to only hang things, but I mean, if it was, let's say, with the button closed, I would close the button.
Right.
Nice.
If it was, let's say, adjusted in a way, I would immediately return that the same. And she always keeps saying, you know what, like if it's things that we want, it fits us, we're gonna grab them and it's fine.
Exactly.
But if it's not gonna fit, or we don't feel like we're into it, like when it comes into wearing them and so, I mean, we return it as if we never wore it. Like even when the employee will come, they will be like, did they actually wore them, or they just kept them there? And they will be like removing them. Sometimes we hang them, sometimes we return them to their own place, because we feel that kind of I don't know how, but we feel that kind of connected, like, you know what, it's our responsibility. Once we took them, we have to return them as they were. But I mean, it's very frustrating, like, to me, because I've seen a lot of women who actually do hang them, but they don't, let's say, return them in a way. And they like, you know, you feel like it's kind of messy. And sometimes they would give you the item because it is the size that you want. It's the only last piece.
Right.
And because of that way of how it's actually displayed and being there presented in front of you, you'll be like, you know what, I'll pass.
Exactly.
And we don't want that to happen when it comes into buying and purchasing things.
That's true. Actually, for me, I don't really seem to have that problem, because I always like bring in one or two pieces.
Right.
So for me to actually like do that, it's kind of almost impossible for me to. And when I do finish off, of course, I will put it back again and then just give it straight off to the one that's working there. But what I find really bothering me sometimes is when I find a piece of clothing and it's like the last piece that's remaining and I really want it. There is smudges of makeup.
Thank you. I was just gonna
The
bring that up.
worst type of smudges.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
It's
Why?
so annoying.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel you.
That's so true, honestly.
And it's a customer's issue. You know, they don't have a problem with that, because normally most of the times they suffer. They have to clean the stuff behind every customer that walks in, but their responsibility for the customer is to get and make sure that you're not smudging. At least just wear them properly without having to smudge it. That's the only problem that I have. I don't mind you throwing it off on the floor, but like, keep it fully unsmudged, please. That's it.
So true.
That's it.
Honestly, I was in a store recently and I had the same issue. And I told the employee, I want another one. She said it's the last piece. And then they told me they actually started offering like a dry cleaning service. So you buy it and then come back with the receipt for the store to basically compensate you. And I'm like, wow, that's how much clothes are getting dirty and they're just left with it. They can't do anything about it. So it's pretty annoying. But in my head, if I saw you there, I don't care how many times we've been dry cleaned.
Yeah, you're gonna
had
remember
makeup.
that.
So I'm like, no, thank you, but thank you for the service, honestly.
Yeah.
But ladies, you know, in Korea, they have like bags or like dust bags you can wear over your head so that you don't get makeup smudged into your clothes.
Really?
I wish we had that because honestly, I don't wear makeup in my day-to-day life. So when I'm shopping, I'm good to go. But sometimes I have to like run to the shop right after, you know, filming, being live or whatever. And that's where it's a battle in the fitting.
Yeah.
That's where I just make sure I'm just trying outerwear or like denim, no tops whatsoever, because just the same way I don't want to find makeup on a piece I'm gonna buy. I just want to make sure I don't do that either.
Yeah, I mean, some of the influencers also educated people about it. Like, I remember one of the influencers was talking about it because it was a very big issue. A lot of clothing was having that kind of stain. It was very, let's say, frustrating for a person to see and watch. And yet again, I do believe maybe this issue started to actually, let's say, reduce. But one of the things that I always keep in mind is like, how did this happen? I mean, how did she manage to take the piece off with that kind of makeup? I mean, sometimes like if you hit your face suddenly, you'll be like having a spot that, you know, it's like it's obvious that your makeup moved, and then you'll be like seeing lipstick and everything. It's like what happened to her face during that, you know? So this is what actually comes into my mind regarding that matter. But yet again, it's very important to always be neat and clean and always remember that this piece is going to be to another person, and of course something very special as well. So having that said, how about we take this quick break? So when it comes into shopping, one of the, to me, I would feel it's 50-50 kind of feeling, which is purchasing online from a store that's actually available here in Kuwait. So one of the things that I face is I went to the store, I wanted to purchase a certain piece, and they told me it's not available in the store, but you have to purchase it online. And I was like, okay, can't you just order it from the system for me? Or can't you just
I've done that so many times and I act stupid every single time. Like, can you order it from the other store? They're like, no.
Like, they'd be like, no, it's only available online.
Or you would have to find it in another store.
And you know what I end up doing is I never order it and never purchase it, and I just leave it all there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, no, my experience is a bit different. There's certain stores I like going to. I actually enjoy the experience. My sales assistants there are my friends at this point. But I always make sure to text, make sure the piece I want is available there. Let's say I don't know if the size.
Text exactly.
I text the employees.
Oh.
Yeah. So text them, make sure if they have the pieces, especially if it's like designer or branded, you can easily do that. So I'll get there, everything's ready. I'll have a coffee, try everything on, buy what I need and leave. But usually I just go online. Like, let's say if I'm not shopping for work and I don't need the piece to be right here tomorrow, it can take 3 business days or an issue where it takes a week. I would shop online. Things that I've bought before, I don't need to find out my size, like shoes I've bought from this brand. I'm just buying a new color. I'm more than happy to order online too. So it just depends, I feel, on what we're buying.
Honestly, I really hate purchasing online. Clothings, shoes.
Interesting.
I just find it so difficult for me because I'm so not just picky. It's not about being picky, honestly. I'm not that picky, but I'm just I cannot wait. It's just so difficult for me to wait to have the piece like right now. I'm gonna wear it now. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna have to like buy something, and then like when I have an occasion or anything else, it's gonna be straight off like the last moment kind of a thing for me. I never purchase anything earlier, like let's say weeks prior.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the last day thing. Like when I'm, for example, having a trip tomorrow, I'll be purchasing it today. So I have to have it. Like for me, online, probably some other stuff, some other equipment, some things that I can actually wait for, then yeah, it's not a problem for me. But like clothing's normally is just a difficult for me. So it's like definitely a no-no.
You know, sometimes what they do is that they tell you that this item has a discount on the website.
Oh, trust
So
me.
if you buy it online, you'll get it with a discount. But if you purchase it from the store, it's without the discount, because the online store is discounted, and it's so frustrating.
No, and the difference is not a bit. The difference is so much.
Yes.
That recently honestly happened to me at a department store. I bought jeans online and they were not my size when they arrived, and they were, I think, 40% off or something, but still very expensive because they were designer.
I hate that feeling.
I went to the actual department store and I'm like, hey, give me a smaller size. They're like, yeah, there you go. I'm checking out and the price is double. literally. And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They're like, no, the sale is different in store
to
on
pay
different
extra.
pieces. Yes, I paid way extra. And then on the app, it was way cheaper. And then I've noticed that some things in store are cheaper, more expensive on the app. So now I screenshot everything, send it to sales assistant, and she advises me where I'm buying it from.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really
In
good.
store or online.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, like one of my cousins, she always do that. Like one of the things that she do is she go to a certain store and she keeps on looking on the things that she like, and then she checks online, are they the same price or different? And then she
Yeah.
noticed like they have sale online, so she purchased it online, and she's in the store, and she
Yeah.
I remember she bought it. And she asked for it to be delivered in the same day. So she just
Pick
went
up.
around and then she picked it up from the counter itself. And I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't bother.
I think I
Like
know
I
what
would
you
take
bother.
the piece.
Yeah.
Yes, I would take the piece and just buy it. And she's like, no, you always have to check.
mean. No, honestly, sometimes like with the denim I bought, there was 100 KD difference. I'm not happy with that. That's not okay.
That
That's
is a
another pair
lot.
of jeans.
That's
You
a
know what I
lot.
mean?
Right,
Yeah, that's
right,
a lot of
right,
difference.
right.
Listen, if it's a few KDs off, that's fine.
But
if it's a big
no.
number, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So with that being said, I'm very sure we have so many things to talk about, but how about we take this quick break? So when it comes into buying, especially when we're talking, let's say certain brands. So I remember Dalal, my cousin, she's so into comparing different price, whether it's in Kuwait, outside Kuwait, and so. So I remember what she did is she ordered a shipment. My family, like I have an aunt who lives in Germany, so she looked at the application of a certain brand from Italy store that showed a different, let's say, a price for the bag, and then she ordered it online to be delivered to my aunt's home in Germany because they're in Europe. So from Italy to Germany was really easy,
Right.
and from Germany, the bag was there, and she had it to be delivered from my aunt to Kuwait.
Right.
So imagine, like she had a 200 KD. Let's say she saved 200 KD because of that kind of, let's say, way of buying. And yet again, I'm telling you, she's a very difficult person because she's so picky when it comes into buying and purchasing her things. She has to compare everything, and she'll always find the cheapest, or let's say that kind of a huge difference, as we've been talking previously, of amount of money when it comes into purchasing her items.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, if I like it, I'll buy it. I wouldn't bother myself to look in different kind of places for different kind of, let's say, money, let's say, difference when it comes into purchasing the item.
Yeah.
And I think that's an issue. Like a lot of my friends is like, don't purchase the glasses, and they'll be looking. We can buy from this online store.
You're still
with
gonna be purchasing.
60 KD less. I was like, yeah, but it's there, you know. And
I think both of your issues is just waiting, like patience in
Yeah.
general. Honestly, which I don't suffer from. I am such a patient person. Like I will
You're
wait.
so lucky.
I don't care. And I'm the
Yeah.
type also, if I buy something, I don't wear it. There's things with the tags just chilling there till they find the right time and place and energy from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm more than happy to order something.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all, because I have been through buying really expensive things, and then comes the sale and they are like 60% off, you know, and it hurts. Honestly,
Yeah.
it hurts. And my size is available. Like me and my friends are usually like, no, I'm glad you bought it. The size is not available. But when the size is available,
That's a big,
and you could have
huge issue.
like bought 2 pieces for the price of 1, that's where I'm physically hurt, not even emotionally at that
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
feel
think
ya.
it's a huge issue if you're actually going for a big purchase, honestly, because if it's a huge purchase with a lot of money that costs me a lot, like let's say almost the whole salary out of my
Right.
pocket, I'm definitely going to be checking. I'm definitely going to be
Definitely.
waiting. But if it's something like a normal purchase, which is like, let's say 20 KD, 50 KD
That's fine.
extra, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But if it's anything more than that, then here is the problem. I need to double check
Yeah.
with that.
I mean,
Definitely.
every time when school comes back, I always end up buying a new laptop for myself. And the reason why is because every time I have an issue with the laptop itself. So this year, the issue is I don't have a big space in the laptop, in the
Right.
desktop. So what happens is now I'm looking for a new laptop, and I found the same laptop with different 3 let's say price in different kind of location. And I figure out, you know what, I'm smart, I can do this, so I'm gonna buy the cheapest. I mean, it has the exactly same quality. The thing is, if you order it online, then you'll have it to be delivered within, let's say, a week. But if you go to the store, you'll just have it immediately. So I'm having this kind of conflict, not going to the store, and like, I could really buy it because I want it now. Though I can wait for it a week from now, but yet it's very difficult for me to wait, and I could, let's say, live broke. You know, I could live broke, but I will not wait for a week.
I actually enjoy getting orders in. I don't mind. And delivery men have been my alarm clock for so long. They're gonna call me early in the morning. I'm awake in time for work. I have my orders, so I feel like it's doable. We need to work on your issues, Hiba.
I mean,
honestly,
there are certain stores.
We have the same problem.
There are certain stores, like, I feel really happy once I see the delivery guy calling me. It's like, whoa, you know, something excitement. But I mean, rather than that, all the time, no, I think we have the same issue.
Honestly, I really enjoyed COVID because luxury brands don't deliver. So I was able to actually just text my sales assistant and have him deliver my stuff.
They started to deliver at that time.
That was such a godsend for me. I was so happy. As soon as they're like, you can go back to malls, I'm like, no, please no. Please, no, I've been getting this
But it gave that kind of a new concept, you know, to even nowadays, you can still order and purchase, which is something very great.
Which is amazing.
Well. So having that said, how about we take this quick break? One of the challenging things to me is to always keep the receipt, especially after purchasing many items. The thing is, some of the stores started to provide that kind of method of, we'll send it to you through WhatsApp, through the application, anything regarding that. So to different kind of stores, I started to have this kind of issue not taking my receipt with me, and then I want to return the item. The thing is, what I usually do is I never return, let's say take a refund, but I exchange. So I don't have an issue with an exchange. Like, they will never, even if I lose the receipt, they wouldn't, let's say, have an issue with it. But if I want a refund, this is where the issue starts to show and appear, because they cannot refund it to you because of that receipt. So from that day on, I started to, you know what, I have to always keep them with me. Even if they tell me they're going to send it, I'll make sure that the receipt is actually going to be there, is that I'm going to receive it in a way, because you never know what could happen. But the thing is, one of the most important, let's say, things that I face is when I go to the co-op centers, I started to check what I bought, because sometimes they start to, by mistake, add some items that wasn't there with you. And then you end up paying for things that you're not supposed to pay for. So these kind of receipts, now I started to look at before going from the store, is because of that kind of issue that started to occur.
Speaking of that, actually, this happens in restaurants. Most of the time I'll be purchasing something, and then once I receive it, I'll be getting payments above the things that I actually haven't, like, I've actually purchased them, but I never received them. So they're still making me pay for it. And a lot of times, even from the copes, from the restaurants, like, especially when I get them online, this is what I hate about online stuff. They always make mistakes and forgetting some stuff. Now, I'm not talking about abroad kind of purchases. I'm talking about here. So it's always a problem for me. This is why I don't like them. I prefer going in the store, even the cope, and getting the stuff myself, honestly. And it's just a hassle for me. It pisses me off. Like, why? Like, I know it's like a few KDs, but like for me, it's like, why is it not there? Because I wanted that.
I feel you. I really feel you.
Well, honestly, I would rather kill myself than step foot into a co-op, to be honest. Like, my friends really enjoy it. Whenever we're in the car, they're like, let's go to the grocery store, and I'm like,
I don't like
them. Good, I'm good, you know, I'm happy to pass. So that I do order online, and you know what, even if something's missing, it's the fee of me not going to the store. So I'm very happy about it. But you did mention something really important, that sometimes with online orders, we do have items that are missing. I have experienced that with an online store in the UK, honestly, and it was makeup. And as soon as I opened the box, something was missing, took a photo, sent an email. I was angry.
Makeup is very important.
Exactly. So they just shipped me a replacement right away. But you need to be buying from like a trusted retailer, though. You know, because they were great. Customer service was amazing. They did replace my missing item, but other stores will be fighting with you. Like, we sent it, we packed it, and recently actually happened with a
Not
really
my problem
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing it here.
exactly.
I mean, we always have to make sure that we stay safe and keep our receipt. And how
Mhm.
about we end it for today?